Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome to Butterfly Transformations. I'm Tanisha Ali, and it is my mission, my goal to assist you in attaining a greater level of clarity, to help you up-level your mindset, to help you clear and heal energetic and emotional blockages so that you may manifest the glory of God that is within you, the glory of God that is you. And today the topic is the power of now. The peace of now, the prosperity of now, the productivity of now, the PP of everything of now, this present moment, the here, the moment right now that you find yourself in. I want to talk about the power of now because we don't spend enough time in the now. One of the ways I cured my anxiety and my insomnia, which baffled me, confounded me, perplexed me, confused me, gave me, I can't even tell you the hellishness that was my life as long as I was in that state of mind and suffering from those two things. And what assisted me was to find the power of now, to find the peace of now. And I gotta tell you, that is what has taken ages off my life. If you saw what I looked like over a decade ago and where I am today, what I look like today, it is two totally different time frames. It's like you wouldn't, I look like someone who was 50 then or 55 then, where I'm actually getting ready to be 50 in another year now. So I say that to say, we hear it all the time as a cliche, but we never really take the time to experience it and to understand it. And it is the sort of thing that can not only save your life and improve your health, but it will totally transform the level of experience that you have. It's one of those things where we know it's good for us, but we still don't make time to do it. And oftentimes we have to be sick or on our deathbed, or God has to come calling, or something catastrophic has to happen in order for us to learn to just sit and be still. The power of now has everything to do with taking the resource of your feminine energy. It's not a feminine thing. It is something that everyone needs to do. But the energy of receptivity, the energy of just being, the energy of the void, the energy of germinating, the energy of marinating, the energy of percolating, all of that takes place within the feminine energy, all right? I say all of this to say to you that you need to determine what point in time during the day you are going to go into silence, or you are going to go within, or you are going to do something that allows you to capture the present moment, that allows you to ground yourself in the now. It is so important, especially with the multitude of energies that we are being inundated with on a day-to-day basis, the stresses that you are absorbing on a day-to-day basis, the energetic and informational overloads that many of us are finding ourselves a victim to, the processes that we are almost beholden to that weigh our energy field down, whether it is the unhealthy food we eat, the jobs that you are in that are making you unhappy, a lack of a sense of purpose, miserable or counterproductive or toxic relationships, ingratitude, and so much more. It is one of the best decisions that you will ever make, is to carve out a slice of life to just be. To just be mindful, to just be conscious of everything around you, to listen to the sounds of nature, to hear the call of the universe, to watch the sunrise if you're sun gazing, to participate in the glamour of the moon if you go out at night and just take a look at the moon. If it means going for a quiet walk, the bottom line is put your distractions down, put your load down, put your burdens down, and come to God. God is in the present moment. God is not in the past. God is sure as hell is not in the future. The future is where your rushing is, where your anticipation is, where your insanity is, where your anxiety is, because worrying, I think I heard recently, someone said, it might have been Michael Beckwith, I read a quote somewhere, he said, worrying is a misuse of your imagination, or worrying happens when you misuse your imagination. The idea that when we are in the present, we experience stillness, we experience our life force energy, we experience our breath, we come face to face with the reality of our life, of our existence. It's a process by which you are able to slow your mind down, where you're able to clear your energy, where you're able to connect with source, where you release the past. The past is the source of all confusion, and the future creates anxiety, which is a modern day accepted form of insanity, literally. Sitting around conjuring up things that have yet to happen, where the probability of those things happening is very, very minuscule, until you create such a vortex where you manifest it into existence by way of a self-fulfilling prophecy, because you have imagined it. You have held it in your consciousness. You have given your subconscious something to work on. You have decided that that is what you'd rather spend your time on, and that is what you would rather focus on. And we all know that what we focus on expands. So it's important to stay out of the future. The past, you have no power there. It's already gone. Half the time we can hardly remember what we were doing in the past. Their studies are showing now that the memory, even what is lodged deep within our subconscious mind, is not even always reliable in terms of what we've captured in the past. Who says it happened? Who says how it happened? Why are you still dwelling there? The best place you can ever be, the place where you can get your vacation, the place where you can get your renewal, where you can get your rejuvenation, where you can reconstruct your life, the place where you can dream and imagine and create your current reality, is right here and now. When you're in the present, let me tell you what some of the benefits are, in addition to the multitude of things are already called out. When you're in the present, you have to be relaxed in order to be in the present. Here's an example of where two things can occupy the same space. You hear me say a lot, two things can't occupy the same space. Present moment awareness and relaxation, they become one and the same when you exercise being grounded in the now. What happens is your breathing slows down. You begin to relax. Whenever you relax, it has all sorts of impact on your vitals, your blood pressure, your heart rate, all of these things. So physically, it is very healthy for you. But when you relax, what happens is you come into contact with your life force energy. Your mind slows down. There's a part of you that is functioning beneath the surface at all times. This aspect of you that is non-local, this aspect of you that is everywhere but nowhere at the same time. That part of you comes into experience, and you're able to tap into that part of yourself as you begin to relax more and more and more. If you find trying to come into present moment awareness by just sitting somewhere difficult for you, try deep breathing. Deep breath in. And you want to pull that energy up from your sacral chakra, which is your lower abdominal space. That's our Tantien. That's where our Tantien energy comes in at. That's where our life force energy is. You want to pull that energy up. You want to expand at the chest. And if possible, you want to take that energy up to your crown, hold it for a moment or two, and then slowly and gently release. You want to always breathe out to a longer count than what it takes for you to breathe in. And as you're breathing in, imagine taking in all that is good. Imagine taking in joy, blissfulness, happiness, your greatest accomplishment, your greatest visualization. Imagine taking in all that wonderful, joy-filled life force energy. And as you release, allow your body to relax deeper and deeper with each breath, with each exhale. As you let go and you release tension in your body, you release tightness in your body, and you release resistance. You're releasing resistance to the now. You're releasing the tendency to worry about what Jackie is doing, when Vin is going to call, when dinner is going to be put on the table, when your children are going to ask you for the next 10 requests, when your spouse is going to need this or that, when Mr. Charlie needs such and such, when another bill has to be paid. You say it's time out for all of that. Let those things work themselves out. Let them work themselves out. You just sit and you enjoy the present moment. And what is the first thing that begins to happen after you relax? And once the restlessness of being in the present moment ceases, which for some people, because they are so busy and they're so active and their mind has difficulty slowing down, it can take quite some time for them to actually ground in the present moment. But the more you practice this, the easier it will become. But what else starts to happen is, once the peace starts to descend and you start to feel lighter and more relaxed, a blissfulness starts to descend, and you start to become grateful for the gift of life. You start to pay attention to what's going on around you. It's your nature. You can't help but to be grateful once you slow down. If you're about that high vibrational life, you can't help but feel good in the here and now, because that is where God is. That is where God is, and that's where we all need to be, because that's where our power is. If you never did anything else but open yourself up to the flow of energy by being present in the here now moment, life could flow through you. You wouldn't have to write another 5-year plan from here till doomsday. You wouldn't have to do jack but process what's coming through you and begin to act on it and flow with life, and trust that everything that is, was, and ever will be is in the Akashic field. It is in the Mahfuz tablet, I believe it's called from the Islamic faith. It is in the field. And whatever is for you, baby, nobody can stand in the way of it getting to you. The same as whatever is not yours, not a soul on this planet can give it to you. So all you got to do is open up to the unfoldment. And the only place that happens is the present moment. And it requires that we nurture an elevated consciousness, a prosperity mindset, a sense of gratitude, that we conjure up visualizations that support that process, that we recognize that we are in fact at all moments co-creating, and that we can cut ourselves off from the flow of life. We can cut ourselves off from God by not being in the right headspace, by being in a place of tension, by being in a place of worry, by being in a place of anxiety. I'm telling you, for us to know today in 2020 that the secret to life, for many people to know that the secret to life is living in the flow of life and learning how to relax and just going with the flow and staying in a place of high energy vibration, and just waiting and listening for the signs of the direction that you're supposed to go in, and not creating or trying your best not to create problems for yourself, which is an addiction that we all have. For us to know this in 2020 and not be doing this is a sad testimony to where we still are and where we have yet to go. It is in fact a giant leap for mankind to push yourself to the precipice of starting to really explore this whole notion of what it means to be human, what it means to be alive at this particular time in the expansion of not only the universe, the cosmos, humanity, but to be at a place where you now understand that life is created from the non-physical. That everything that is in fact worth anything, that creates what you see, starts out in the realm of the non-local. And that as you begin to cultivate present moment awareness, you are able to tap into that field so much more effortlessly. And it feels good. It gives you time to do things like what I'm doing right now, which is sitting my butt outside, looking up at a gray sky that looks like it's about to drop some beautiful rain, and just enjoying the decrease in temperature, enjoying myself, enjoying life, being grateful, listening to the birds, watching the flowers go back and forth, looking at those elephant plants back there that I de-weeded yesterday, and just relaxing and just feeling good. That's what this thing needs to be about. Never let your pursuit of anything material cause you to lose sight of what is really important. None of us are guaranteed anything other than this moment. We are not guaranteed tomorrow. We're not guaranteed an hour from now. We're not guaranteed a minute from now. We are guaranteed this moment. And this is where your power is, because in terms of manifesting, what is it that we manifest? We manifest those things that we pay attention to, right? We manifest the things that have our undivided attention. And what is it that gets our undivided attention is whatever it is that we're paying attention to in the present moment. That's where all the good stuff gets in. That's where you really truly get to become the magician. You do it from a place of relaxation. It becomes easy. Why? Because you raise your vibration. And in a high vibrational place, whatever it is you're doing in that place that's constructive, it is that is going to manifest in your life so much faster. And you're going to feel good in the process. So find the time to do it. If you have difficulty sitting still, if you have difficulty being still and being in a receptive mode, then the next thing you can do is just learn to function in your day-to-day life mindfully. If you're eating, don't do what I do. Stop what you're doing and eat mindfully. Don't rush eating your food. Stop it, masticate, chew it, experience the taste, experience the sensual pleasures. What does it feel like? What is the texture? What are the flavors? Is it salty? Is it bitter? Is it sweet? Is it sour? Take the time to enjoy eating. If you're cleaning, if you're washing dishes, take the time to wash the dishes and to pay attention to what you are doing. If you are talking to someone, take the time to actively listen to what they are saying, not listening for confirmation, not listening to see when is the next thing they're going to say so that you can then say what you want to say. Whatever it is that you're doing, pick an area of your life and do that thing more mindfully. If you're driving, drive mindfully so that you can remember turning left and turning right and how you arrived at said destination. If you're with your children at the park, be off the phone. Actually experience what it is to be with your children at the park. Put the phone away. Cut the TV off. Put the book down. Put all the distractions down so that you can really pay attention to what's going on. And I guarantee you, it'll be a restful state that will be rejuvenating. You will get your intuitive hits. You will find the guidance that you were working at so hard online trying to get. Typically, it'll come offline during those moments of relaxation. You'll have your inspirational hits, and life will be so much better because this is the time that you are with Source when you're in the present moment. So find a way to be in the present moment. You're with Tanisha Ali. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Okay, hit that subscribe button. Be sure to share, like, or comment on the video and let me know what it is you do on a daily basis or what it is you plan to do on a daily basis that will place you in the present moment. All right, that will give you a chance to appreciate the miracles that are present in each and every moment with each and every breath that you take. Join the evolution. You can also join me on patreon.com/Tanisha Ali. You can also find me at hidayareiki.com or butterflytransformations.com and any number of other ways if you do a search. If you are interested in purchasing my book, it is called Manifesting Your Masterpiece. Okay, self-coaching and daily mindset reflections for up-leveling and living your best life. You can get it on Amazon. Thank you and shout outs to my butterfly family and many others of you who have purchased the book. It is doing very well. Please be sure though to go back and review. The reviews are invaluable and many times you forget to go back and review. So that will be very helpful, as is subscribing to the channel and giving the video a thumbs up. I'm sending you much love, butterfly family. Have a beautiful, beautiful, peaceful, productive, and prosperous evening. Live light, live love, live fully.